we have a box. Now, this box was sent to me by Oliver11 GWR, who helped me pick up a couple of things I was missing from my collection. Books, VHS tapes, but mainly DVDs. But not just DVDs from the US and UK, however. This box has DVDs from a bunch of different countries. Let's just speed through me cutting the box open because we don't need to see that part. I know you're here to see what's inside. We both know that, so we'll just push through with this real quick. Here is the top of the box, so let me just move this out of the way real quick. And as you can see right here, there's a couple of books and some VHS tapes. So let's just get straight into this thing. Alright, the first thing, The Monster Under the Shed, a US book published by Random House. Now, I'm not too connected to the Random House books, but it was available, so I said, sure, why not? In case I ever do want to collect more, at least I'll have a few to begin with. And here is Down at the Docks. Same thing as Monster Under the Shed. Just got it just in case I ever want to start a book collection. Which, if I'm honest, I probably will. And here is a Korean book, The Spotless Record. This is the original print. And I like Arthur, I like Season 7, so this was a definite yes for me. And here is Emily's New Coaches, also the original print. Again, I like Season 7. And here is Emily's New Coaches, the reprint. As you can see, it has a Thomas logo on the right side now, and it shows other books on the back cover. Pretty nice. And here is Thomas and the Jet Engine, the original print. And here is Thomas and the Jet Engine reprint. And let me show you the difference real quick. Let me put them side by side right here. As you can see, there's some somewhat noticeable changes. The Thomas logo is in a different position, and the yellow on the original cover is now a blue. And here is Toby Had a Little Lamb reprint. And here is Percy's Chocolate Crunch, also a reprint. And here is The World's Strongest Engine, the original print. And here is Thomas Percy and the Squeak, also a reprint. Here is A Bad Day for Harold, reprint. No Sleep for Cranky, reprint. Hurry to the Rescue, reprint. And here is Salty's Secret, the original print. I mean, I have no commentary for these books. I don't know much about these, so it's literally just me saying reprint, original print. Okay, here we have something interesting. This is Horrid Laurie, and this book is very, very small. It literally fits in the palm of your hand. Oh, and it's just Season 5. I had to say yes. Here is James and the Trouble with Trees, another one of my favorite episodes, so I had to say yes. And here is Put Upon Percy, also yes. And Something in the Air. And A Better View for Gordon. Again, like the other books, it's Season 5, it's the best season, I had to say yes. And the final one, Cranky Bugs. And we'll jump back real quick. Here is Gordon and Spencer, the reprint. Not much else to say here. And let's get into the VHS tapes now. Here is Thomas Breaks the Rules and Other Stories. I'm a mainly collector of DVDs, but this was one of the few releases in the US that did not make it to DVD, so I had to get it. Pretty solid compilation. And here is Better Late Than Never. Same thing as Thomas Breaks the Rules, was not released on DVD, so I had to get the VHS tape. I don't know which print exactly this is, but unlike a few of the reprints that have the UK titles, this one has the US titles. And here is a Japanese VHS tape, New Thomas the Tank Engine 2 Volume 1, containing the first 4 episodes of Season 5. Just a lovely overall cover. And here is Thomas the Tank Engine Volume 4. Again, like the Japanese VHS tapes, just 4 more episodes from the first season. Not much else to say. And here is Volume 9, with Donald and Douglas on the cover. I love that shot of Thomas in the back, but not much else to say here. And here is Volume 10, with Bill and Ben on the front cover. Again, not much to say here, though it does contain Daisy, and I love Daisy, so this was a definite yes for me. And here is another book, Bulgy Rides Again, the original print. And Gordon and Spencer again, but this time also the original print. And here is a VCD from Malaysia, Thomas's Christmas Party, containing 5 episodes from Season 3, and the titular episode, Thomas's Christmas Party. And here's another VCD, Thomas and Firework Display, containing 4 episodes from Season 8, with a slight misspelling of the title. And here is Harvey to the Rescue, containing 6 episodes from Season 6. And here is Thomas and the Magic Railroad. Now, I wasn't a big fan of the movie originally, but seeing with the director's cut that's coming out next year, all the work that's been put into it and the original vision, I've gotta say, they really messed the movie up with the final cut. I'm not saying it would have been good, but it would have been more cohesive. And here is Calling All Engines. Not a huge fan of the movie, though it does have some good model sequences. And inside came this little guy. This is Happy Little Helpers from South Africa, containing a TV airing called Sharing. You don't really see those come around often. And here is The Very Best of Thomas and Friends. Again, I own the original DVD, but this one is from Marks & Spencer's. There's nothing too special about this, but I had to pick it up. And here is The Early Years. Now, fun fact about this one, Oliver found this for 200 yen on From Japan. So I said, we have to pick this up. And thankfully, we won that auction. And now I own this. No sun fading, just good condition. And here is Toby and the Stout Gentleman. Case is a little damaged, and there's nothing too interesting about this, but I didn't have it, so I got it. And here is Friends Help Out, a 2009 reprint that I think was exclusive to Walmart. The cover is one of the worst redesigns ever, but I didn't have it, so I had to pick it up. And here is Thomas's Snowy Surprise. Now, this one, funnily enough, is the original print with the mistitling. And because I got this one, I also had to get the slightly later print that was fixed to It's Only Snow. So now I own both original Anchor Bay covers. And here is It's Great to Be an Engine. I already own the original print, but this one is a universal print, which I believe is also from Canada, judging by the sticker on it. Again, own the original, but I had to pick this up. Engines and Escapades. I own the original DVD, so I had to get the slipcover, which looks amazing. And the DVD inside is from Canada, a reprint from Lion Cub. And here is Percy and the Bandstand. Surprisingly, one of the releases I still needed for my collection. It's not really a great release by any means necessary, but for completion's sake, I had to get it. And here is Percy and the Bandstand again, but this is the Canadian print. And here is Hooray for Thomas. Now, I'm quite a bit nostalgic towards this release. Its episodes aren't the great, really, specifically the narrow gauge episodes, but it's still a fun release. And here is Track Stars, one of my favorite releases. I own the original hit print, so I had to get the universal one. And here is Come Ride the Rails. I owned the Lionsgate reprint, so I had to get the Fox original print. And here is Ultimate Christmas. Again, owned the Lionsgate print, so I had to pick up the universal one. And here's an Australian one, PP Parade 3 Cheers for Thomas. I am a huge fan of this release, not a huge fan of the karaoke cases though. And here is Truckloads of Fun. Again, another just absolute banger release, great episode compilation, and great songs. And here is My First Thomas with Henry and Gordon, 8 episodes about Henry and Gordon. Great combination, had to pick it up. And here is Spills and Thrills, which oddly enough has Jitters and Japes as an episode included, which US and UK did not include. And here Comes the Steam Team. The case is a bit damaged. I'm not a huge fan of season 22, but had to get it for completion's sake. And here is one of my favorite specials, The Great Discovery from the UK. So I had to pick it up. And here is not one of my favorite releases, Heave Ho from season 12. Not a huge fan. And here is Christmas Express in a slim case. Not a huge fan of the episode selection on this one. The US one is much better in my opinion. And here is Splish Splash Splosh. Definitely not one of my favorite releases. And the cover is worse than the US one. And here is Wobbly Wheels and Whistles. Again, not a huge fan of the Nitrogen era ones, but the covers are really good. You gotta give them props for that. And here is Pop Goes Thomas. This one is sealed, and I own the US one, so I don't really plan on opening this one up. But I have it. And here is The Birthday Express. They still advertised the season 13 episodes as new animation at the time, so that's pretty neat. Not much to say. And here is Day of the Diesels. Definitely one of the Thomas movies of all time. And here is Rescue on the Rails. I like Flynn's design, but the episodes aren't great. There is a version that has the episodes listed on the back cover, though I'm not really searching that one out. And here is Curious Cargo. I do remember buying the US one when it first came out in stores, though the episodes aren't great by any means necessary. And here is Merry Winter Wish. I've gotta say, I do like playing this one at least once a year during the winter time. Not because the episodes are good or anything, but the animation does look quite nice in the winter. And here is Sticky Situations. Now, funnily enough, Arc Productions designed the cover for this. Not much to say about the episodes. And here is Go-Go Thomas. Again, love the covers on these guys, though the episodes aren't really good by any means necessary. And here is Muddy Matters. Just like Sticky Situations, the cover was designed by Arc Productions. And here is Merry Christmas Thomas. Again, good cover, nice animation for the winter episodes, though not much to say about the episodes themselves. And here is Santa's Little Engine, one of my favorite winter releases. It's got 4 really good episodes with great narration from Mark Morahan. You just can't complain about this one. And here is Start Your Engines. I'm not too familiar with the latter Brenner era seasons, but it is, like, I think season 19, so it's probably got good episodes. And here's The Great Race. Again, I like Flying Scotsman, I like some of the songs, but the story isn't that strong, though I do like the designs on some of the international engines. And here is On the Go with Thomas, the last release from season 21. I really don't like how Thomas's face is photoshopped on that front cover. And here is Big World, Big Adventures. I definitely do not like this release. And here is Thomas and Gordon from Malaysia, another VCD containing 6 episodes from season 1. And Hero of the Rails. This is the Canadian reprint from Lion Cub. And the Universal reprint. And here is Misty Island Rescue, another Universal reprint, but this one is from Canada. And it's sealed, so not much else to say. And here is The Lion of Sodor. Was missing this release, so I got it. And again, Lion of Sodor, though this one is a Canadian release from Maple Pictures. And here is Blue Mountain Mystery. This was released by E1 in Canada. This is definitely, for me, the pinnacle of the nitrogen era. Though, I already own the US one, but I had to get it. And here is A Very Christmas Thomas. Again, a Canadian print, but this is the Universal cover. And not much to say about the release. And here is Go-Go Thomas, the US release. Didn't have it, so I got it. Not much to say. And here is the Christmas Engines, one of the best winter releases from Thomas. Just 5 really good episodes, mostly based around winter. And here is the Movie Pack. Nothing really special about this one, just 3 movies all put in one box set. Not much to say. And here is Awesome Adventure Rescue Friends. Again, not much to say here, the episodes all stink. And here is Digging for Treasure. This is a Bob the Builder release from the US. I do like indulging in Bob sometimes. And here is Dig Lift Haul. Again, pretty good episodes from the show, so I had to pick it up. And here is Thomas Toots the Crows, a DVD from Malaysia. 4 episodes from season 16, though I'm not really a big fan of the season, but I had to get it. And here is The Great Race from Brazil. I'm not sure if this is a bootleg or not because the cover looks a bit weird. The colors are a little bit off, and I'm not sure if this is entirely legit, but I own it now. And here is Extraordinary Engines, also from Brazil. I do think this one is legit, so I'm happy to have it. And here is Creaky Cranky from Italy. Again, nothing too special about this release, though I didn't own anything from Italy, so this is a good addition for my collection. And here is Creaky Cranky again, but this time from France. It's weird that they advertised season 13 as season 2. Did they just completely forget they aired seasons 1 through 5 in France, and even the hit era at some point? They just skipped through it on DVD. It's so weird to me. And here is Spick and Span, another VCD from Malaysia. 4 more episodes from season 8. And here is Let's Sing Thomas Songs Together Volume 1, a CD from Japan. Now, this one is slightly different to the VHS because the VHS only had 6 songs, an instrumental, and an episode, but this one lists 10 different songs. And here is Let's Sing Thomas Songs Together Volume 2. Just like Volume 1, 10 more songs. Nothing too special to say here. And here is a DVD from the Netherlands. Volume 6, Trust Thomas. I love Eric de Zwart's narration, and this is the original 2005 release from British Pictures, which has a funny goof where Birdie is referred to as she. Love this release. And here is Thomas and the Birthday Picnic. Again, nothing too special about this one, but I needed it, so I picked it up. And here is Thomas and the New Engine. Though, even though the cover might infer that it's season 12, it's season 9 episodes. And here is The Great Discovery. Like I said earlier, my favorite Thomas film, so I had to pick up the Dutch dub. And here is The Greatest Stories. Though unlike the US version, this has 25 episodes, all from seasons 1 through 4. This is infinitely better in my opinion than the US one. Just a fantastic release. Would love to pick up the other ones at some point. And here is Thomas and the Jet Plane. Again, needed this release. Nothing too much to say about this one, but I own it now. So that's something at least. And here is Splish Splash Splosh again. Though this one has a different cover from both the US and UK one. And I think this is definitely better than the UK one. Not much else to say here. And here is Blue Mountain Mystery. Again, not much to say about this, though it is a good movie, so I had to get it. And here is Thomas and the Spaceship from Germany. And here is Thomas and the New Engine, again from Germany. I also like the German dub, so this is a good plus for me. And the Lionel Sodor, again region-free DVD, though like most of the Nitrogen era, I don't have much to say about the actual episodes themselves, but still a good pickup. And here is Blue Mountain Mystery again, also region-free. Like I said earlier, I'm becoming a broken record, it's just a good movie. And here is something slightly unrelated. This is a DVD from Iceland that contains an episode of Bob the Builder. Oliver offered it to me, so I said yes. And again, here is another DVD from Iceland, Built to be Wild. Again, it was offered to me, so I had to say yes. You don't come across things from Iceland that often. And here is a DVD from Hungary, Volume 2, aptly titled The First Prize. Just 5 episodes from Season 8. Not much to say here. And here is Thomas and the Circus. This is Volume 3. Again, 5 more episodes from Season 8, but nothing too much to say about this release. And here is Gordon Takes Charge. Volume 4, not much to say. And here is Thomas to the Rescue. Again, 5 more episodes from Season 8. And here is a VCD from Hong Kong, Sing Along, which has all songs from Season 6 and Season 7. And here is a DVD from Taiwan. I believe this is a legit one. It's Misty Island Rescue. Pretty poop film, but I had to get it. And Day of the Diesels, also from Taiwan. Again, poop film, but I had to get it for completionist sake. And here is Santa's Little Engine from Thailand. You don't see these pop up often, or ever for that matter. And it's a good release, so it was a definite pickup for me. And we are finally into the Japanese stuff. This is The Complete Works of Thomas the Tank Engine 2, Volume 1. Just a banger cover with banger episodes. I mean, come on. Paint Pots and Queens, Bowled Out, Lady Hat's Birthday Party, Special Attraction. Just a banger release. And here is Complete Works 2, Volume 2. Again, another banger cover and banger episodes. You just cannot complain about these releases. Japan had it so well over there. And here is Complete Works 2, Volume 4. Again, nice cover, good episodes, can't complain. But not much else to say. And here is Original Songs 2, a compilation of all 6 songs from Season 7, both in Japanese and English. And here is the complete DVD Box 1 from Japan. This is the pinnacle of Thomas releases and contains all of Seasons 1 through 3, which is all 8 volumes of the Complete Works 1, in this beautiful box set with a beautiful slipcover. Let me just pull this out real quick and just look at that. Look at that. It just contains beautiful promos from the first 3 seasons. It's just beautiful to look at. And here's the back as well. I'm sorry if I'm not saying too much. It's just this thing is just so beautiful. You just have to take it in. There's the menu, and here are the DVDs. Now, what's cool about these DVDs is that unlike the original Complete Works releases, this uses restored footage and the bonus of also having UK audio. So you can now listen to Ringo and Michelangelis, as well as listening to Leo Morimoto. Just an amazing release. And here is Anytime with Percy. Like the My First Thomas releases, there's just 8 episodes all about Percy. Great release. And here is Season 10, Volume 4. Nothing too special about this. I was just missing it, so I picked it up. Here's a fun one. Solar Maintenance Shop is Busy. A release all about the steamworks and the innings of a steam engine. The compilation is really good and it's ended with The Lion of Sodor. And here is Thomas the Tank Engine New Character Encyclopedia. A release featuring all the characters, steam engines, narrow gauge, diesels, rolling stock cars, vehicles, people as well. All finished up with a blooming mess. And here is Thomas, Percy, and the Dragon. Just 3 episodes based around Percy. Nothing too special about this one. And here is Thomas and his lovely friends. 4 episodes based around, I believe, friendship? Not too sure, but the episodes are good, so this is a good release to me. And here is Whole Sodor Island Adventure. 4 episodes from Season 7 and 1 from Season 5. And here is Spring, Summer, Fall, and Winter. 5 episodes from the hit era, all based around seasons. Not much really to say here. And here is a DVD from Hong Kong. This is volume 15 with Dennis on the front cover. This has 8 episodes from the hit era. Now, I'm holding this one a bit hard because it is damaged, so I will have to replace the case at some point. Though, not really a priority right now. And here is volume 20 with Mighty on the front cover. Again, 8 more episodes from the hit era. Nothing too special to say about this one. And here is volume 21 with Clarabelle on the front cover. The case here is completely torn off, so the paper is just flying around. Again, 8 more episodes from seasons 8 through 10. Not much else to say here. And here is volume 23 with Fergus on the cover. From this release onward, all episodes are from season 11 and 12. This has a really nice slipcover that is made from enamel, I believe. Not much special to say here. And here is volume 24 with Birdie. I really have nothing to say about these releases, just that the picture quality is pretty good. And volume 25 with Cranky on the front cover. More episodes from seasons 11 and 12. And the final model release, volume 28 with Freddy on the front cover. This release only has 7 episodes. Nothing to say here. And here is Calling All Engines on VCD, also from Hong Kong. Nothing to say. And here is The Great Discovery. I absolutely love the cover design for this one. It combines the best of both worlds from the US and the UK one. And just look at that back cover as well. I don't think we see that shot of Gordon anywhere else. And it definitely wasn't in the movie. I definitely would have loved to seen it in the actual special. And here is Percy's Parcel, volume 30. Nothing too special to say about this, just 5 episodes from the Nitrogen era, and this one has a slipcase. And here is Hero of the Rails. Again, good movie, but nothing really to say about this. And here is again The Great Discovery, but this one is actually a little bit special, because this one isn't just another copy of the DVD. This one is actually, let me see if I can zoom in real quick. Let me see, okay. This is, as you can see right here, a VCD. And I don't think I've seen that anywhere else, so that's a pretty good find. And here is volume 36, Edward the Hero. I like that shot of Edward, though I don't have anything to really say about the episodes. And here is volume 40, Bust My Buffers. Now, I think later on with some of the Nitrogen releases from Hong Kong, they split it into 2 different types, where some were in 16:9, which is widescreen, and some were 4:3 full screen. Now, this one that I have right here is in 16:9. And here is volume 41, Kevin the Steamy. Nothing to say about this release. So, yeah, I own this. And here is volume 42, Whiff's Wish. Again, nothing too special to say about this. And here is Merry Christmas Thomas. Though unlike the cover is shown, The DVD inside is the 65th anniversary release, Making Tracks to Great Destinations, which contains 8 episodes, I believe, from seasons 9 and 10. Not much to say here. And here is Math and Magic Hello Numbers. I don't really know what this release is about, just I'm pretty sure it's all about something about counting. But I own this. And here is King of the Railway. A pretty good movie, and this one has a slipcover, so that's a pretty good bonus. And here is Tale of the Brave. Again, pretty good movie, though I don't have anything to really say about this. And here is Volume 23 from Taiwan. 5 episodes from Season 11, and this was a release that started all this box. Pretty good. Alright, and that was everything from the box. This was a huge thing to get around, and I just want to give a big thank you to Oliver 11 GWR for sending this over again. I'm sorry if the camera work wasn't great. I literally had to stick a piece of cardboard onto a box of Cheerios just to get it to hold still. But let me know, what was your favorite release from this box? This definitely helped beef up my collection, which lets me say that the collection video is now in the works. I'm aiming to get it around the end of December, but I do need a new microphone and a new tripod, so give or take around that. That's all from me, folks. Until next time, bye!